going on, folks? See how long it takes a few people to get in here. I'm not going to start talking right away, but see how long it takes for some of us to get in here. So as we all know, first and foremost, I guess I can just speak the obvious. The first week of the preseason is behind us. So I guess that's a milestone. That's something to be happy about, that we got 1 week out the way. Now we have 2 more to go. Most of our teams have played. I think there's one more game right now. I think it's the Raiders against San Francisco. So pending that game, then we'll be on to the second week of the preseason. Nonetheless, the New Orleans Saints did win today by the score of 26-24 against the Kansas City Chiefs. And first and foremost, just to put it out there, I felt very satisfied with what I saw from the team overall. The starters in particular, you look at Derek Carr on the first possession of the game, you're wondering how he's going to come out. I thought him to Jawan Johnson was a great connection on that first possession. It was nice to see the preciseness, and the pocket was actually moving. So it created opportunities for the screen, as you saw Kamara get a few completions on that first possession, and the touchdown cap off to Keith Kirkwood. It was good to see. It was great to see the starters get into a little bit of a rhythm. So I'm very pleased with what I saw from Derek Carr and the starting lineup of the New Orleans Saints. Going forward, the second stringers, whenever Jameis was out there, I felt like Jameis did very well. So he's obviously going to be the clear number 2 at quarterback. I thought Jameis was excellent. A standout performance, especially on that second possession by A.T. Gray. Something to not A.T. Gray, A.T. Perry. Forgive me for that. I got confused with our cornerback, JT, or the safety, JT Gray, that we have on our team. A.T. Perry, the wide receiver, the rookie wide receiver that we have. I was impressed with him on that second possession. And the touchdown that he got was absolutely phenomenal, the way that he was able to hold on to that ball and get into the end zone. Going forward, hopefully there's less of losing the ball as you hit the ground, because those plays are very controversial in the NFL today. But nonetheless, A.T. Perry, I thought, for his preseason debut, played excellent and was productive, and definitely will give himself an opportunity to become a good role in this team if he continues to produce like that. So I enjoyed A.T. Perry's production. Going forward, Jamal Williams, nothing too fancy, 28 yards on the ground. It's a preseason game, so I'm not really going to get too much into depth about the running game. Kendre Miller, I forgot how you pronounce his first name. He got hurt, and it's apparent that he has suffered an ankle sprain or a knee sprain. Correct me on that. I was not quite sure the details. I looked at the update and just put my phone down. It's some kind of sprain, but he was diagnosed with a sprain. So hopefully he gets better. In relation to the defense, I thought Zach Bond was a little bit involved earlier. And Zach Bond did a little bit of work while he was in the rotation, while he was playing earlier in the game. So I was happy to see that. There's one guy in particular that I do want to address. And with this particular individual, at first, it was not very promising, as at first it seemed like he was going to be one of the turkeys of this game, of the team, of the third stringers, Kyle Phillips. There was a play on 3rd and 7, where their quarterback literally got out of a sure sack and threw a touchdown, and it was Kyle Phillips who missed that sack. Well, he ended up being the guy that got the game-winning interception that led us to kick the field goal to win the game. So Kyle Phillips definitely helped his case in relation to having a chance to make the roster with that play and shaking back and making that play. So kudos to Kyle Phillips. I was happy to see that for him. You love to see these young guys shine and get opportunities to make the team. Any other honorable mentions that I did not include? Merriweather, the running back, he wasn't much of a factor throughout the game, but he did get that touchdown that pulled us within a point. Go ahead and pull up the stats real quick if I'm missing anybody else. Just to kind of give credit where credit is due. So yeah, Jamal Williams with 28 yards running the ball, 9 carries, nothing too spectacular. Merriweather, 9 carries, 24 yards, nothing spectacular, but he did have the touchdown reception. That receiver that was with the Raiders that is now with us, Brian Edwards, got a little bit involved, so it was good to see him get a little bit. Kawan Baker had a few catches. Michael Thomas had a catch. Jimmy Graham had a reception. That was nice to see. A little bit of nostalgia. Defensively, there was one interception made, and it was from Ugo Amadi. This particular individual, I'm still not quite familiar with. I'd have to see a little bit more from him. I know the pass got deflected by Alante Taylor, and Amadi ended up intercepting the ball. So hopefully we can see a little bit more of what that guy has, Ugo Amadi. Other than that, like I said, Zach Bond had a sack. Ty Summers with a sack. I didn't realize that Brian Breesy did not play until middle of the third quarter, but he was not in the game today. They had a little kicking competition with Will Lutz and Blake Group. So, as weird as it sounds, that is a kicking competition, and nothing is guaranteed with Will Lutz's job. Overall, nothing too spectacular in the stats book. The people I was really impressed with, I mean, number one, Derek Carr coming out and doing what he did on the first possession. I love how the pocket was moving and creating opportunities for plays to develop. I love how A.T. Perry, if there's anybody on this team that I'm going to give a star to, it's going to be A.T. Perry. I want to see more of what he can do. And then also Kyle Phillips. Although he had that mess up, he missed a sack earlier in the game. He got the game-winning interception that led us to kick a field goal, which was awesome. So those are the guys that I'm really looking for, especially in relation to the new Saints, A.T. Perry and Kyle Phillips. Other than that, Jameis came out and played well, 11 for 13 and a touchdown. Derek, 70 yards and a touchdown, 6 for 8. Jake Hayner had a slow start to his game, but eventually came out whenever it was time and led us down the field and got a touchdown. So that was cool to see out of Jake Hayner. So I definitely am impressed by the quarterback room in today's game. So with that being said, guys, there's not much more that really needs to be said. I'm very satisfied with what I saw. So far, so good. Let's just hope that everybody can stay healthy, that we can continue to see standout people on our team. and hopefully we can have a clear cut on who makes this roster within the next few weeks. And it's getting closer, guys. 4 weeks, man. 4 weeks. Let me go ahead and say how you guys are doing right now. What's up, Jedi? What's up, Jerry? What's up, Who Dat? What's up, Brute? What's up, George? Billy Scott. What is going on, people? Like I said, successful Sunday. We got to see what some of these players were about, and nothing really negative to dwell upon. So I'm satisfied. I want to continue to see productivity within the next few weeks, and we're getting closer, man. We're getting closer. But with all that being said, just kind of wanted to come on and give my thoughts. It's very exciting to finally see the Saints get back in action and get their bodies ready to play football in a few weeks. So I'm just hoping that these next 4 weeks go by quick. That's asking a lot, but if I had the option to hibernate for 4 weeks, I would do it. I would completely do it. So I'm just ready. I'm ready. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Aside from that, this semester is going to be starting on Tuesday for me. So, everything happens simultaneously. School starting back up. Football season coming back around. Fantasy football is about to start. So I got to start. Well, I already started putting money to the side, but I got to make sure that I'm on top of everything in relation to how many leagues I'm going to join, the tickets I'm going to get for the Saints games, and it's looking like okay. So I'm definitely going to be at the first game against the Tennessee Titans, but if I'm being completely honest, we have home game week 1, a home game week 4 against Tampa Bay. I don't think I'm going to go to the Tampa Bay game. I've been to that game many times. I've been to that game against Tom Brady numerous times. Going to see the Saints play against Tampa Bay with Baker Mayfield starting as their quarterback is not, the most must-see live activity to do. So if I don't go to that game, it's not going to be the end of the world. I believe after that, the next home game we would have is a Thursday night game against Jacksonville. So that gives me a nice 6-week stretch to save a couple of dollars in order to buy those tickets. If I do decide to go to the Jacksonville game, which I'm not quite sure if I will, because it's a Thursday night game. Usually for Thursday night games, I kind of like to stay packed in. I know that sounds kind of odd, but Thursday night football, it depends where I'm at. It depends where I'm at. I'm on pursuit to get another job right now, so depending on where I'm at, that'll all be decided. But anyway, what I'm saying is if it does come down to me going to another game, it's not going to be for at least 6 weeks after week 1 because I'm not going to the Tampa Bay week 4 game unless somebody offers a ticket to me. I'm not buying a ticket to that game. I've seen that game numerous times. There's no special event, no special occasion in going to see that game again with Baker Mayfield starting. So unless somebody buys my ticket, I will not be going to that week 4 game. But I will be going to week 1. Jacksonville is a maybe. Chicago is a maybe. In fact, I might go to Chicago because I've never seen the Saints play Chicago in the Dome. So I might go to that game. George Gonzalez, you wanted that Giants game, huh? That's a game, another game that I'm thinking about going to as well. It's right around Christmas time. I'm very interested in going to that game too. But other games that I may also find interest in going to could include the Detroit game, because I've never seen the Saints play Detroit in the Dome, and Week 18 against the Atlanta Falcons. I have a really good feeling that that's going to be for the division. I have a very good feeling that that's going to come down for the division. I think the division's coming down to the Saints and Falcons, and I think that Week 18 game would be a marquee game that could decide the division. And if that is for the division, you bet I'm going to be there, 100%, no questions asked. So those are the 4 games that I'm very interested in going to, or 5, 6. I don't even know how many I listed. The Tennessee game, maybe the Jacksonville game, Chicago, Detroit, the New York Giants, and the Falcons game. Carolina and Tampa Bay, I feel like those 2 games are going to kind of be play by ear. Not going to plan on going to those games, but if it happens, it happens. But I've already been to both of those games. I've been to a Carolina playoff game in the wild card round 6 years ago, and I've been to God knows how many games against Tampa Bay. So that game to me is old, or both of those games are pretty old. So those are all the games that I'm very interested in going to. And the Jacksonville is a maybe because it's a night game. And I'm not really, Thursday night football, I don't know how I feel about that. I kind of like to stay packed in the house and watch Thursday night football. That's just kind of a mental thing as opposed to just me not feeling like going. But Mr. Hudat, the Atlanta game, Week 18, is a game that I will go to. If it's for the playoffs, I will be going. Nah, I don't anticipate on going to the game in Atlanta this year. I've already been to that game. Met a lot of great people over there. But if I'm going to a road game, it's going to be somewhere else. It's not going to be in Atlanta. Some honorable mentions of places I may think about going to for a Saints road game include, obviously, Houston. That's the easiest one. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. That's the easiest one. Potentially New England, maybe. If that's the case, I can go see my friend up there. Not going to put out her name, but some of you know her. But that'll be able to be determined in time. Minnesota's another game that I'd be interested in going to, and potentially even the LA Rams right around Christmas time. But if I did go to that LA Rams game, how I would have to play it would be go to the game or get there on like a Tuesday or whatever, experience the city, have fun in the city for a day or two, go to the game Thursday night, and then Friday head back home because it's going to be Christmas weekend whenever we play the LA Rams. Any other games that I'm thinking about going to? The Green Bay game, I think it's too early in the season, and it's going to be in the thick of the semester. I don't know if I'm going to I don't know if I'd be able to pull that off. But it could happen. That could be doable, though, because I have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday classes. The game's on a Sunday. If I were to leave Friday, spend the day Saturday there, spend the night Sunday, and then come back Monday. Tuesday, I'd be able to go to my class. So it could work out. It just all depends. It all depends. But I'm definitely interested in going to at least one road game this year. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. But other than that, guys, I just wanted to come and put my 2 cents into the game, how I felt about the game. I thought it was productive. I felt like we did a lot of good things. I felt like a lot of potential good players were keyed out and obvious. Like I said, A.T. Perry and Kyle Phillips were good. I thought the starters were good. Some of the third stringers could step up, but nonetheless, I thought it was a productive first week, and it was a lot clearer of a picture of who may or may not make the team. So, if that makes any sense. But nonetheless, guys, you guys take it easy. I'm about to go get me something to eat. The Braves are on right now, so I'll be watching the Braves. And you guys take it easy. All right, guys, we got 4 weeks, man. 4 weeks. An update. If you guys were watching last time, I'm a lot better from that ear infection. But the thing is, every time I keep going to the ENT doctor, he keeps saying that it's swollen. So whenever he says it's swollen, he puts that thing in my ear, sucks the shit out, and then prescribes me more oral antibiotics, which, I mean, I don't mind, but it's just exhausting having to constantly treat this freaking ear. And as of right now, and I'm going back tomorrow to the ENT doctor. But as of tomorrow, I'm hoping that he's going to give me better news. He said it was 80% better the last week. Hopefully this week when I go, it'll be like 95. But I don't know. I have some kind of suspicions sometimes that there's still a little bit of bothering irritability in that ear. I can hear well. But it's just the process of, like, whenever the doctor says, okay, you still have swelling in your ear, you're gonna have to take these antibiotics. These eardrops, these damn eardrops. These things are not going down my ear. They were last week. They're not going down my ear as of today, or as of the last 3 days, where he told me take them for 3 more days, and then whenever you come back, we'll see where you are. These bitches go right in my ear, and then they fall out. That's what I hate about eardrops, especially whenever you have a swollen ear. They fall right out your ear. But I also got shots, so the shots should be helping. Oral antibiotics, steroids should be helping. But, I mean, we'll see. See what I mean? 4 weeks needs to get over here. 4 weeks needs to hurry up so I can be in the thick of my semester, so I can get over this stupid ear infection, and so I can watch some regular season football. You might as well put me in a jail cell for 4 weeks. I mean, literally, you might as well put me in a jail cell for 4 weeks and then just let me out Saturday, the day before the Saints game, or Wednesday, the day before Thursday night opening game with the Chiefs and Lions. You might as well put me in jail and then let me out right before the season starts. I swear, I'm telling y'all, man, if I could take a hibernation pill, I would take one, and I will sleep. If it could get me at least 3 weeks, sleeping for at least 3 weeks, bro, sign me up. Sign me up. Wishful thinking, right? But nonetheless, guys, I'm going on a little bit of a ramble. Thank you all for coming in and supporting. And I'll see you guys when I see you guys. So you guys take it easy, and I'm out.